Welcome back. You're listening to the double award-winning Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas All Net Radio. Final frontier of free speech. And we are here with Foxy Roxy.
Hey.
And Julia Sands.
Hello.
Friend of the show always.
Wendy of Neverland says that's what Shy calls our daughter when she's being a goof, our little cheese ball.
Hey,
That one
ding,
has
ding,
a whole
ding.
new meaning, Wendy.
Tyzone says that be careful of online dating because he's a dude and he was a victim too.
Really?
Anybody can be a victim of online dating.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, look at that show, Catfish.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true. I've never watched it, but I've heard about it.
I saw a couple episodes and I'm like, oh my God, I want to see more. But, you know, I don't got the time to be.
DVR it, girl. DVR
I
it.
don't have a DVR.
Oh,
I'm so
Julia.
lame.
Try Hulu. Hulu is my favorite app.
Oh, boy. It's the app girl again.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great app. That one and Netflix. So
Netflix is pretty awesome.
before we get into, I'm going to give you a preview of my catch-up. Doctor Who. Non-stop.
Now, is this new Doctor Who?
New Doctor Who.
Or
from,
classic Doctor
From Doctor
Who?
number 9 and up.
Oh.
We are on Doctor number 10.
You're on 10. Okay.
We're on Doctor 10. So we've done all of 9. We're
How
halfway through
many
10.
are in? You're talking about seasons?
There's 12 doctors. No.
There's 12 Doctors.
12 Doctor Who's?
Yeah,
Do you-
Doctor Who's been on since the 60s.
Do you know how everybody is up in arms about Ben Affleck playing Batman?
Yeah, why?
Because Daredevil sucked. It's really why.
Daredevil sucked and he doesn't have the jawline for it.
Well,
Come on, Val Kilmer was Batman.
I was thinking Michael Keaton was Batman.
That's
really.
true,
Yeah.
exactly. I think Ben
So
Affleck.
Doctor Who is sort of like the Batman character. There's different people that play him all the time.
I
Kind of like
gotcha.
Spider-Man now.
like Spider-Man now. So
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, well, the
Confused.
premise of it is that the Doctor Who, the creature that is Doctor Who must regenerate, but he always regenerates in a different body.
Yeah.
And so almost every season there is a new Doctor. Almost every
We're
season.
almost at the series finale of Dexter.
yes,
There are only 3 more episodes.
Yep.
And I just don't know what they're going to do with Dexter.
do
How
you
do you
think
feel
he'll go to
about that?
jail?
Well, he could either go to jail, he could go to Argentina with what's her name? The other serial killer woman.
Okay.
Or he can stay just living life as he is, but I doubt that'll happen because the feds are chasing his girlfriend. So I you know what? Dexter's the guy you know you need to hate, but you love him.
Yeah. He's those
So
serial
I hope
he's one of those serial killers I could fall in love with because
Yes.
he's smart enough not to get caught.
exactly. So I hope we see him on his boat drifting into the moonlight at the end. I guess.
Is this going to be like the series
No, I
finale?
think-
No, it's the series
think-
finale.
I think they need to
it?
teach
8
a lesson.
years. It is a series, season 8, and it's going to be.
As much as we love people like Hannibal and Dexter, people still need to know that it's wrong to kill other people.
I want to
So
eat
he
fava
should
beans
go to
and
jail.
But the
Chianti.
guy that they got playing Hannibal on the series,
Yeah.
he just looks creepy. He is not
See, and
the Hannibal Lecter from the movie.
it is no, he is not. He's more true to the story, the book,
To the actual
Hannibal
book,
Lecter.
yes.
Oh, he's creepy.
But the consensus amongst the females that I know is that he's totally fuckable.
Yeah.
I'd fuck him.
I think he's ugly.
Well, that's a matter of taste.
I think it's that power that he just exudes. I could whoop your ass, and that's like, thank you, Jesus.
But he'd whoop your ass and then kill you when he's done.
I'd
And-
fight back after that.
And not get caught
And then he'd eat your parts.
until he falls in
That's
love
kinda
with
hot.
his his FBI guy.
Maybe I have a
then
little bit of
then
a
he'd get caught.
voyeurism. Maybe I do want him to eat a little bit of me,
Oh!
You're vicious.
or just nibble on my clit. I don't know which, but
Nibbling on the clit might be better.
nibble.
Oh, I don't know, girls.
Nibble.
Yeah.
Anyway, I totally
just
forgot
don't-
why we got into
I
that.
don't know, but we were talking about series, and part of your catch up was Doctor.
Oh,
Who.
Doctor Who series. That's right.
So that's how we were talking about that.
Well, Newsroom's about to come
got
up on their
lost.
series season finale too.
Well, we got. They're only. I
It's like
checked
2 or
today.
3
They're only on
episodes left.
9. Yeah. So we got a few more episodes left.
Yeah.
Are you big TV
Newsroom.
fans? You don't have a DVR or anything?
Honestly, I don't even like to watch TV. Usually, like if I'm at home, I just turn the music on or the radio. I am like a radio girl. I like to music. Okay.
I have a shitload of DVDs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Broadacre
Netflix.
Swap
I'm a
Meet.
Netflixer.
Oh yeah.
Netflixer? Are you a Netflixer?
Yeah, I like to Netflix.
are you
I like to watch
Netflixer?
romantic movies.
Tyzone wants to know if we do Breaking Bad.
You know what? I caught a couple of episodes of that one time in the doctor's office, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like it's
No,
really
I think
interesting.
You can Netflix Breaking Bad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should.
In fact, I think it's one of the next things we're going to tackle because I've never seen a one.
No, I haven't either, but
I've heard
it's
about
really
it.
Good.
I
Yeah.
heard that and Sons of Anarchy, and I'm 4 or 5 seasons behind on both of those. So
Did you
It's
check out the Orange is the
crazy.
New Black yet?
No, I looked it up online, but I haven't watched anything yet. Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix right now has a first
Orange
month
is the
for
new
free.
black.
yeah,
It's the women's
But
prison.
wait a minute. If I get
Oh, girl.
if I get Netflix
Oh, there's
hooked
all
up in
kinds of
my house, don't
lesbianism
I
in
gotta
there.
have a box and everything, or can I just
No, you can
watch
do it right on your
online?
computer.
watch it right on your computer.
Right on your
that's
computer.
Just what I need
I
to
do it on my iPad all the time. That's what I use.
I probably
That's
do it
a
on my
primary use
iPhone,
for my
huh?
iPad.
Okay. Oh, she's a computer geek, junkie.
Junkie. I'm not quite a geek. I still have to call Sue or Sierra. Sierra, this program won't work.
What do
I
do?
still can't get my
Back
Microsoft
up.
Outlook to open.
Well, that's work computer. You got to call another guy for that. I don't.
Okay.
We got a guy for that now, so I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Got a guy for
But
that.
you're so convenient.
I know,
God.
but we pay somebody to do that, and I don't get paid enough to do that.
So I'm really excited to have Roxy in studio with us.
Me too.
Because Roxy is this is Roxy at the station. She's in that studio, she's in this studio, she's in that office, and then that office, and then she's in the conference room, and then she's back
All
in that
over Las
studio,
Vegas.
and then she's in this. You're like a staple here at the group of stations.
Yeah.
here.
How many
I like
different
to-
shows have you been on this station as a host?
I'd say 4.
4?
Sex and Money, Jacob's Ladder, Health Conspiracy, and now your guys.
Well, no, you did Celebrity Onset for
Celebrity
a while.
Onset. God, why'd you have to remind me?
Oh.
That was like a nightmare, and you know it. You
I
were
know,
there.
I was we're up for that. But now you decided after helping all of these other people make their shows awesome, because that's pretty much what you do when you go onto a show.
Put a little
you-
sparkle.
That's right.
Little
You
glitz.
bring your personality, you bring
Brings the
your
magical
street
Roxy
smarts.
dust.
That's right. The magical
you.
Roxy does.
Thank you.
And you make their shows better. You're like BASF. I don't make the show. I just make the show better.
Hey, I like that. Yeah, I can hang with that. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, come in. And,
You decided to
ROXY.
get your own show.
that's right.
702 Rocks,
That's
right
right.
here on Vegas All Night Radio, Fridays at 4.
hmm
So tell us a little bit about your show. What is it that you are accomplishing or trying to accomplish with your show?
Well, it's about art, music, and fashion. So every 15 minutes is going to be about someone to do with art, so an artist, and then a musician, and then a fashion designer. And I like to pull out a lot of stories that I wrote about in Vegas Rocks magazine. And on Facebook, there's tons of stuff to do. So I'm always all over the place. And I just love First Friday. There's tons of youth that I want to bring out and captivate on. So, a lot of entertainers here, and that's kind of what my show's about. It's just a lot of entertainers and performers, and just how talented this damn city is, and how
Yeah.
great it is, and everyone needs to know.
So this last show that you had on, I thought it was Kelly Clarkson.
Kimmy
Clarkson.
My cousin Kimmy from Fresno came down, and the whole family came down, and yeah, she taught herself how to sing and how to play the piano, or how to perform on the guitar. I'm not talking right. How to play the guitar. Yes. So, and I had David Lee,
Right.
comedian, and Magic Al, he's a great co-host, and I had Lazy Star Fashion president Ninon de Vera de Rosa. And yeah, so I just have lots of people come on my show. It's great. And
It is a big crowd when your show is on.
When
the air.
is your show on?
Friday from 4 to 5.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun, and I like to have some fun. Probably not as much sexified fun as you girls have, but
no, that's okay.
I like to dibble and dabble into all the events and all the fun stuff that people can get
Yeah,
into.
because you are a woman about town. You go all over the place.
All
I
over the
always see your
place.
postings on Facebook where you're at and pictures and stuff, and it's great.
Actually, there's a upcoming event, the Pole Expo at the Palms. It's September 5th through the 8th, and you girls should go and check it out. Get some free
Yeah.
pole classes.
Pole
See, I'm
class.
wearing
Last
them,
year was
just pole it.
awesome.
Yeah, Fania Dietrich is amazing.
Mhm.
And I introduced Julia Sands to pole fitness.
Oh my God, I love pole fitness, and Fanya, she's an amazing coach, and even the other instructors there too. They're so much fun, and it's just they really motivate to just get on there and just sweat and just keep, and it's fun and you enjoy yourself with the music.
Lots of BBWs.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
the only chubby girl there, so it's like
Good.
we're
Yes.
all yay.
Lots
So
of nothing.
here's a question I have about pole dancing. There's a stigma that goes with pole dancing. Do you
Mhm.
think that that's gone? That now because of the influx of pole fitness places and people using it as exercise as opposed to
absolutely.
turning on a partner, that the stigma is gone, or do you still think there is a stigma there?
I mean, there's always going to be those stigmas and stuff.
I
Just the
kinda-
same thing with burlesque dancers too.
I kind of like the stigma. That's what puts the fantasy in it. If it wasn't the stigma, then it would just be a boring, like,
Hula hoop
exercise
class.
that no one. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
So,
Exercise
because
class.
it gives people a chance not only to exercise but to feel sexy. I mean,
absolutely.
face it, when
and
you're on a
that,
pole
mhm.
and moving your body, you can't help but to
Yeah.
feel
when you've got-
sexy.
When you've got 12 feet of chrome polished steel between your thighs,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't
You
help
can
but
express
feel
yourself
sexy.
creatively. Whether if you're like in a really pissed off mood and you're like dancing to some
Yep.
crazy Pantera, or you can be like all sexy.
It's
and
all
doing the
about the
Madonna.
music. Oh yeah. So you could do some like finesse little moves, some ballerina moves, and then you could just turn on some like Madonna or En Vogue, and then
Yeah.
just rip your hair and
You just be a diva.
smack your ass and all that stuff. Oh yeah, it's lots of fun.
It's a hair whipping, ass smacking good time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what? When
Yeah,
I
like-
first started, I didn't know how to go upside down on the pole, but now I've been practicing and practicing, and I actually like finally got the courage to let go. I'm like, oh my god, I'm doing it.
How do you practice pole dancing?
At the studio, I'll just go and clock in whenever I can, or sometimes like I would go to Foxy's and just swing my beat during the day shift, and then go back home and webcam or do whatever it is that I do.
So because you're going is because you teach pole fitness, don't you? Is
No,
that what
actually,
you do?
I just go.
Oh, you just
Just
go.
go and
Okay.
have fun, and the pole teachers, they are serious business. They know their stuff, yeah. But I'm pretty talented myself, I
Yeah.
could do a flag pole here or there, do some tricks upside
Yeah, I
down
want to
and stuff.
see them try to get me to be hanging up there on just my arm.
Well, that's all on you.
I
They'll-
would pay
No, I
money.
think it would be a more sensual finesse moves.
That's what I do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Making it
I
disappear.
already do.
I
Make it
would
disappear.
pay
Oh,
money.
yeah.
I would literally pay money to see you upside down on a pole. I would actually pay money.
I'll
to
hold
see
her
you.
up, and we'd be like, all right, there we go.
Wait,
Okay.
wait, we can make some money. We can work this
Okay,
out, okay?
okay.
How much
Okay,
are
how
we
much?
talking
Yeah,
here? Let's
okay.
now that we're on the air,
I'd
you
pay-
are all our
I'd
witness.
pay $20 to walk through the door to see that.
Oh,
Absolutely.
$20 ain't worth me
Come
getting a
on!
fucking pole.
$20 with all those people that go to Little Darlings to see the pole dancing for
Oh,
Fat Girls?
$20 from everybody
Yeah.
for Sweet Cheeks to be upside down? Let's do it. Let's do it. See your Sweet Cheeks. See the Sweet Cheeks upside down. They kind of hang kind of funny.
Now I know that you dance on Sundays usually.
Yeah, Thick Sundays.
Do you have you incorporated all that you've learned from pole fitness into your routine?
Anybody that has been to Thick Sundays knows that I have. And you know what? And it's so crazy because Sammy was even showing me pictures like when we first started doing Thick Sundays, like she's like, you realize, she's like, look at, like, you've been getting smaller, like, look at this, Julia. And I was just like, oh shit, like, and even Michelle, remember
Like,
you
I
gave
gotta
me
make an
that
extra-
picture when we
extra
went
trip
out
to
to dinner?
McDonald's.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy because honestly, I'm not really watching what I'm eating, but
For a while there, you were getting kind of depressed, like, I'm not going to be in the BBW phase. I'm like, then get your ass to Jack in the Box. Come on, let's go.
come on, girl. No, we'll go
I'll
over
get
to.
a chocolate cake.
Yeah, she's
Some
all making
curly
me
fries, too.
booby cookies. She makes the best boob cookies.
Oh,
She makes
yeah.
good cookies.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
matter what kind they are.
Yes.
Boob cookies.
Actually, tell them what we do on
I
Valentine's
love this.
Day.
Yeah.
This size is telling Julia, well, I don't want you to be depressed. You got to stay at BBW. Let's go to Jack in the Crack. You know?
Exactly. I support my friends.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this is an
on
emergency.
Valentine's Day, she made all these
No
delicious.
way, I went to Deja Vu Love Emporium and I got some booby and cock cookie cutter outers and then made gingerbread cookies.
Yeah,
And then we got the vanilla
They were so
frosting and all
good.
the
sprinkles and the little
stuff and
stars and the
Oh,
moon.
yeah.
I just had the best idea of making penis-shaped sugar cookies and decorating
I'm
them
so
like candy
hungry
canes.
right now.
Mm.
I
And
want
hanging
candy.
them all
You know
over
what the
our
best-
Christmas tree. We'll have a dick tree.
One of the best things is
Yeah.
having a naughty gingerbread contest. So you get two gingerbreads.
Who's
you
the
put,
naughtiest?
You put them together, and whoever has the naughtiest put them together, they win. Whatever they're doing.
You know what's a good kind of
I
the
got a
bananas.
good
Tell
one.
everybody
That's a
there
good
to
one.
shape the banana like a cock using only their tongue.
I win.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. I'm
I'm
getting
gonna bring bananas next week.
I'm about to go to the hash
Sweet.
house across the street.
Oh, that's
Get
some
it.
hefty eating. You'll be sure
I
BBW
love
in there.
it.
I know.
Now you don't do any pole dancing for the public to consume, correct?
No,
Okay.
no.
So you mainly use it for no. How have you transferred what you've learned from pole dancing into your regular life? Or should I just look at him and watch him smile?
Well, yeah, definitely. It's a lot of perks to the romance in the the couple department, but also doing burlesque with friends, and I got a lot of go-go girls to get together, and we practiced like 2 and 3 man tricks. And at one point, I wanted to be a pole fitness instructor, so I got mirrors all over my house. I got 5 poles. I put them everywhere. I got a couple chrome, a couple brass. They're all spinning, and
We'll
Julia.
just come to her house.
Julia
no.
yeah, you could actually. And
Yeah.
Julia came over and she
You can actually
webcam
see
and-
some of the footage on YouTube. She on Roxy's YouTube channel. She has all this video of me and all the other girls hanging out, and we're all just getting out.
Well, that
pole
was the
fitness
first
on.
thing. When I started my podcast show, I was like, all right, I want a bunch of girls in this house webcamming, dancing on poles. And, Julia was one of the first ones. And I had an ad in Las Vegas Weekly. And she was like, who is this? What are you doing? I want to come check it out. And
Yeah,
it was like
curious.
it was
I'm
right
like,
before
"Oh."
webcam took off. It was about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I had all the girls come over and pool parties, pole dancing parties, naughty.
Yeah, and she
cock
always
making
had treats
cookie
too.
parties
Plenty
and-
of food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good times.
You
Good
need to have a
times.
cock making party at my house.
Okay.
Hey.
I'll make cocks.
Oh no, we can't do it at my house. My oven sucks dick.
Uh-oh.
That blows.
That's appropriate. That's appropriate to have a
does
dick
blow.
That
making.
does blow.
Yeah, because all you get is a bunch of little black dicks out of my oven.
Okay,
They're all extra crispy.
You're
Yeah.
afraid of big.
You're just gonna have to bring lots of milk.
Yeah,
No, you're
little,
saying
little
sugar
black
cookies.
cocks are okay.
You just have to
afraid-
equalize.
She's afraid of big black cocks.
I am very afraid of big black floppy
Monster
monster
cocks.
cocks.
Why?
They scare the shit out
Who
of me.
wouldn't they scare? I mean,
See?
seriously.
When a guy takes it out of his pants and he puts it on a counter and it goes,
Ah.
that's when you've got a problem.
Well, I'm just
When it's
thinking
got a
about, like,
mind of its own, you gotta let it go. Just you go. Let me give you a phone number of a friend of mine.
SWEETCHEEKS.
Sweet Cheeks will take care of your big back monster cock.
See, I told you they're really mean to me.
We are not.
How am I
Oh.
mean to you? I'm referring
You're the go-to
monster cock
girl.
to you.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
the go-to girl, Sweet Cheeks. Okay.
they're mean to you, but you got a big smile on your face.
'Cause I
Okay,
have a
as
good
she's
time.
texting.
I have a good time.
Ooh, I wonder who.
Well,
Batman.
Yeah.
It's because
You
he's
know
got
why?
all those wonderful toys.
Really?
Oh yeah. You heard that line in when what's his name?
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. Jack Nicholson says,
No.
"Where does he get those wonderful toys?" So that's why I call him Batman, because he's got really nice toys.
Cool.
It's fun.
So I want to talk about your writing. You've done a lot of writing in
Mhm.
this town for Vegas Rocks magazine. Is that the only place that you've written for?
Trade show lifestyle,
Right.
Sin City Uncut, and yeah, that's it.
And so you write articles like music, about fashion, about
fashion.
arts.
I started off as an erotic journalist.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
What?
I went to a mixer with Sin City Chamber of Commerce at Treasures, and Aunt Sharon wanted me to go with her and was like, write a story about it. And I was like, all right, everyone here is not so prude after all. Everyone's looking at boobies. Sweet, I can write about this.
Well, this is Sin City Chamber of Commerce.
Exactly.
Which I know for a fact was developed because the regular Chamber of Commerce wouldn't take the strip clubs and strip
Didn't
club
Didn't they
owners
recently have a meeting?
to their
Really?
chamber.
Yeah.
Sin City. I
Oh,
heard it
that's a
advertised on
shame.
TV.
Did you?
I think I heard it advertised on the Sex and Money show, as a matter
The
of
Sin
fact.
City Chamber of
Yeah,
Commerce.
yeah,
Yeah.
Lynn- Chamber of
Lynn told
Commerce,
me
yeah.
they're,
Cool.
they're
Yeah.
coming on Tuesdays.
I would love to join the Sin City Chamber of Commerce. So in fact,
do
I
you
was going to talk
join?
to you. You just go in and
On the
and
line?
pay the
Pay
fees.
the fees.
Just like being a
We
pole
really
fitness
should
member.
be there.
Cool.
Well, the regular Chamber of Commerce, the Henderson Chamber of Commerce, the North Las Vegas. I don't know if North Las Vegas has a Chamber of Commerce.
They do.
They would not take strip club owners into
Boo.
their commerce or their chamber.
Hell no.
They wouldn't
we
take
won't go.
adult-oriented businesses into their chamber.
That's a shame.
So
So the Sin
what
City
is- okay,
Chamber of
what-
Commerce was
what
born.
technically is the job of the Chamber of Commerce?
It's like a huge networking group, and they provide services for businesses that join them
Okay.
to
Usually
help
you
make
get-
your business
So
better.
Usually
that's
get
why
some sort
Sin
of-
City Chamber of Commerce came about, to support the adult industry,
Depend
basically.
That's
and depending
awesome.
on
Gotcha.
They
the
deserve an
benefits,
award.
Some chambers of commerce, you get a discount card, and if you do business with another chamber company and you show them your card, you get a discount at that com-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The primary
That's
is the
just- that's
networking,
good.
the networking thing, and the things that it provides your businesses, your business.
So they're allowing churches to be in the Chamber of Commerce, but they're not allowing strip places to be in a. That's
Yes.
a little wrong.
I don't know if
Yeah.
churches were allowed in or not.
I think they are.
Are they?
It's a little wrong. Not
So-
that I'm.
I think the Sin City
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce is a great idea. It's been around for a little while now.
Mhm.
It's been quite a
yeah,
while
I
now.
started advertising.
I'm in.
So-
Count me in.
so-
Count Julia Sands in.
So you wrote your first article about the Sin City Chamber meetup at Treasures, which is a strip club.
Yep.
And that was published in,
Um,
was that
About
Trade Show Lifestyles?
4 years ago in Trade Show Lifestyle.
And then it just started you rolling. You got addicted after that?
Yeah, I got picked up by Strip Down TV. They wanted me to host the grand opening of Hustler Club. And so I saw Sally Steele there, and I went up to her and I was like, "Oh my God, I love your magazine." And actually, she was like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "I'm with Strip Down TV," and she didn't like them. And she's like, "Please don't talk to me." I was like, "Okay." And then she felt bad. She came up to me. She said, "Are you a volunteer?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "I'm sorry. I thought you worked with them." I was like, "It's okay. You're the queen of rock and roll. You could do and say whatever you want. I don't care." And from then, she liked me. So I was like, yeah. So I've always made the queen of rock and roll, the publishing queen of rock and roll shine. Sally Steele, she rocks. And the Vegas Rocks Music Awards show was awesome.
Yeah.
So I just love writing for the magazine. I meet lots of people, go to events, and there's a huge rock and roll community here and vamps and everything.
Yeah.
Lots of sexy girls everywhere and guys. And Rating the Rock Vault has taken on my show at 702 Rocks. So
Nice.
all those guys are going to be having a rock and roll time, having me interview them.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really
nice.
excited, getting a lot of good stars and a lot of people on my show, and eventually I'd like to take it to downtown First Friday and do a live broadcast and just bring
That's
on
cool.
a lot of youngsters and expose a lot of put a lot of people out there and let them expose themselves.
So now
Not
before
like
you
literally, but
right.
Get the exposure for
You know.
for their entertainment.
It's a whole
Yeah.
different venue.
yeah,
I understand.
So before you started the 702 Rocks, you have Jelly Drop Shop
yeah,
podcast
yeah.
that you've been doing for quite a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I started out coming out here to Vegas as a dancer, and I was like, I really wanted to stop dancing, but I still wanted to have that charm and that, allure of being a dancer, and I loved pole dancing. And I was like, how can I get out of this box? How can I think differently? And webcam wasn't really in, so I said, okay, I worked for a radio station. I really like to do the whole broadcasting thing, so I got on GarageBand, started my podcast show, and everyone was like, why did you call it Jelly Drop Shop? Well, I made my own costumes. All my girls got together. We all had fun making little hot, cute costumes, and I just called it Jelly Drop because when you dance, you kind of shake it, it drops. And so I figured, why not call it Jelly Drop Shop? We make our costumes, we have a good time dancing. We're all
fun.
have a little community value ship of a bunch of strippers like a family. We all got together, and I bought my house and just kind of made it all open to all the girls. And
Yeah.
there were no guys, but
She
it
has
was
a
just
cool DJ shack.
Yeah.
It's totally
so that was
funky.
like my little jelly drop shop that I
Very
created.
cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes she would send us home with little jars of jelly too.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Oh my God,
and
marmalade
cookies and
jelly is
stuff.
awesome.
So
Well,
if
it's
you ever need a
fun.
house mother for your house, I'm
Really?
there. Yeah, I want to be a house
Okay,
mom.
cool.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I put hardwood floor and I put a bunch of different hot colors all over and painted, put disco balls and stripper poles and put my webcam.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a little tool shed, but now it's like this cool little love shack that I
Yeah.
can put on the disco balls and put on my music and have a good time.
It's
So.
air conditioned, right?
Oh
Yes,
yes,
yes, it
it
is.
sure is,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, 'cause
God.
it's fucking hot in here.
Especially
So-
if we're gonna be on
Yeah.
the pole.
Now with 702 Rocks, do you? I know that you're still co-hosting over on Sex and Money.
Uh-huh.
Do you still do Jelly Drop Shop?
Yeah, actually, Yvette Brown hired me as a hottie host to her Cosmopolitan Connections.
Nice.
So I go there once a month and I interview all the people in their businesses and such. And so every day I have a new person I'm interviewing, and it's a lot of fun. I always like to introduce myself, and people are like, "What's this?" They're kind of scared, but after an interview or two, they're like, "Oh wow, that's so cool. So where can I hear it?" and everything. So yeah, it's really transformed my life from a dancer to a broadcaster to a
Right.
photojournalist, and now I'm on radio back again, and I just love it here because radio is my heart, and being around all you sexy women, it's a damn good job to have. So yeah.
I can see you with your own TV show one of these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Your own little. Yeah, you just.
She's like her
No,
own
just
entity.
Set up little cameras in your little sweet hardwood floor disco
Jelly drop.
ball jelly drop
drop.
shop.
Jelly drop shop.
And just start you streaming that crap.
Yeah. Well, I started streaming, and You know, it just the bandwidth is it's just crap. I hate it. Yeah, so it kept cutting out back and forth. But maybe one day I'll find a live studio and get some production.
We'll talk during
people.
the break.
Sweet.
How we solved our problem with that.
Okay, cool.
So
Definitely.
Because we've solved it.
all right.
Yeah.
Before we take this break and we come back with the clubs, let's give out your information and then you guys, it's all fun the rest of
Cool.
the time, okay?
Okay.
So let's give out your 702 website, all of your stuff, and
Okay.
then Julia, we could do yours too.
Oh, thanks.
So 702rocks.com, that's ROX.com. And of course, jellydropshop.com and Vegas Rocks Magazine, page 32. And
Almost the meaning of life, only 10 away.
Sex and Money,
42.
Monday and Tuesday, noon to 1. And 702 Rocks is Vegas All Net Radio, 4 to 5 on Friday.
So, and all the archives are up on the Vegas All Net Radio page, just like ours are. Or are you archiving them on your own 702rocks.com as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Good.
love Irma and I love Sue. You guys rock when it comes to graphics and all that bountiful stuff.
Yep, Alexia and Sierra are some of her best friends.
Yeah.
It's all right. We call each other out all
Yeah,
the
we
time.
do it all the time.
Yeah.
I did it earlier.
We
so.
try not to.
Sorry.
but we do.
And then, of course, the lovely and beautiful and
Aw.
robust
Oh, yeah.
Julia
You know
Sands
what?
is here.
I'm sitting here thinking about Julia. Is like Julia just pops it. We'll have a guest on, and then all of a sudden Julia's with our guest. She like knows everybody.
She does.
Oh, yeah.
She just pops in with the guests. I love it. I love it. Me and Julia
the
go,
get
me
around.
and Julia go way back.
Mary
so
Yeah, we
Kate,
do,
Ashley
girl.
Olsen,
Love you.
know. How can you resist the
Yeah,
twins?
well, you can find my website at juliasands.com. I also have a Twitter, which is at Julia_Sands XXX. Also, I am hiring new webcam models that want to be trained by an award-winning webcam star. All you have to do is just go to hcmstudios.com and sign up.
hcmstudios.com. And that's is it just BBWs or any girl?
Anybody.
Any girl.
Anybody. So, like, if
Any
they want a
girl.
webcam from home and they want to learn to become
And-
independent and get advice from a girl that knows what it's like to be in front of the camera instead
And
of
like
some
some
guy
scummy
telling you.
dude.
Yeah, some guy, he doesn't know what it's like to be an actual cam model.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to sit there and tell you how to run your show, and he has, he doesn't know what it feels like.
Oh,
you know,
Alexia?
to be a girl.
Osaka Sushi. They want you to come and visit.
Okay.
Ooh.
Osaka Sushi.
I love Osaka sushi.
I know you
I'm
would.
down with
Oh,
Osaka.
I
I
do.
love
I know you'd
Osaka.
like to
They
hear
have
that.
some
Never
good
ate
sushi.
sushi.
Girl,
Let's
Osaka's
go.
so good.
Osaka is the
We're going to go right now,
bomb.
actually. Go get some food.
Mm.
Okay, take me.
Let's go.
And as long as it's not raw, it's got to be cooked.
Okay.
You want
Yeah.
tempura.
Yes, I can't eat
Well,
raw.
no, some sushi is cooked.
Some
It's
sushi.
sashimi that's not
Arigato.
cooked.
Yeah, I don't want none of that sashimi stuff.
I love it.
Sashimi.
Sashimi, shushimi, sashimi.
Whatever. This is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. We will be right back with clubs from all over the country, Nationwide BBW Club Calendar, right after this. Don't go away.